So Lila was admitted to Mary Free Bed at the end of August. She was in a car accident that resulted in a spinal cord injury from a fracture right at C1 in her occiput, which means basically internally she was decapitated. Her skull came off of her spine.
I was actually turning into my driveway. My husband heard me coming, and he said that he had gotten about partway down the driveway when this woman just hit me. He knew enough to secure my neck and my head before moving me. He got me sitting up into a position where I could breathe again, and that saved my life that day.
She was rapidly assessed in the emergency department for life-threatening injury, again, to see does she need a breathing tube or need fluid resuscitation. Then she went to a CAT scan and had images of her brain, her neck, and her chest, abdomen, and pelvis to see if she had internal injuries or life-threatening injuries. And as it turns out, she had a area bleeding between her brain and her skull, which was small but still important. But her most important injury was essentially a dislocation of her head off her cervical spinal cord.
She was able to communicate, through kind of mouthing words and through her eye movements initially. So we knew that cognitively she was in there, and the reason she wasn't moving was not because of a severe brain injury, it was the spine.
When Lila came in, she couldn't move in the same capacity that she obviously can now. We were trying to make sure that her needs were met even when she couldn't call out or move to direct her own care.
She was admitted on a ventilator. She was using the ventilator primarily at night by the time we initiated therapies. It took 4 staff members to get her sitting at the edge of the bed. We were coordinating with respiratory therapy, and they were managing humidified air through the trach mask. She sat at the edge of the bed for about 5 minutes, and that was her first rehab experience. We had 6 different lines coming out of her that we were managing.
We have everything to bring them in safely and wean them from the ventilator and build their pulmonary strength and also get their tracheostomies out so they can get home quicker than ever before.
From scene of accident to ED to trauma, get her, stabilized. The surgeon did the surgery, stabilize the spine so that we can all work on it. Everything together with no barrier is what it counts.
It's amazing because when she followed up with me in clinic, I wasn't aware of her progress. And, going into the room, I wasn't expecting to see what I saw. I mean, she was just moving her arms and legs, standing up. So, it was pretty amazing.
My soapbox is a few things. Pay attention when you're driving. This isn't about your life, it's about anybody else on the road's life. As for Spectrum, we need to be thankful for our medical system. We have an incredible medical system, and they knew exactly what to do, and I was very well taken care of.
She was assessed by a trauma team, an emergency department team working together. EMS brought her to us, good communication there, and we can extend that on to the neurologist that saw her, the therapist that saw her. A lot of teams working together to form one big team.
That's the key. Experience counts for a lot.
As for rehab like this, it should be considered by anybody and everybody. What I'm taking the most from this is that I came to a facility where respect and loving natures are what carried me through this.